So I mentioned, NVIDIA definitely got a lift this week off the Musk comments on the SpaceX call. Well, today's lockup day. It starts, right? It was a peculiar week, certainly, as you had earnings and then so quickly after, followed by what is a stair-step lockup test. I guess we're calling it that. Morgan Brennan's been following this so well all week. So what can you tell us now about how you think investors should be considering all this?
I think there's a lot to consider, Scott. So let's see how much we can break down here. Available share count surges more than 140% today to more than 1.5 billion. That's from 629 million in the IPO. Still, billions of shares are going to unlock into 2027 by January. 50% of shares in free float. That is according to Bernstein. So to your point, we're just going to see these tranches open up over the coming weeks, coming months. Many longtime investors, though, big longtime investors say they plan to hold. And some, like Kathy Woods-Ark, have actually been buying more as the stock has sold off here in recent days and recent weeks. Speaking of buying more, something else to keep in mind, because some indexes changed their methodologies ahead of the SpaceX IPO to enable faster inclusion. A bigger float will mean a bigger weighting, which in turn could mean more forced buying for funds. So take the NASDAQ 100. It relies on free float market capitalization factors adjusted on a quarterly basis. Next adjustment is early September. So that is going to be something to watch here. Even as insiders sell, there may be some buying that has to happen behind that. Meantime, SpaceX announcing the Texas site for its mega manufacturing facility, Terafab, where it's going to build AI semiconductors with Tesla. They're saying $16.8 billion joint investment for the initial phase as, get this, quote, this was in the release today, the combined SpaceX and Tesla demand for chips is expected to be in excess of 1 terawatt of compute, which is significantly larger than the current global supply. So when we talk about the ramp in capex that we're seeing in SpaceX coming off of the earnings this past week, this is one of the big contributing factors. Nonetheless, shares are still hanging on to gains here, Scott. So one to watch.
All right, and we will. And we'll discuss more. Morgan, thank you, Morgan Brennan, for us on SpaceX. How are you guys thinking about this? I'd like to hear from everybody. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, I mean, I personally own some stock I've bought over the last week, and it's one of those things I just want to kind of put away and kind of forget about it, and hope we see this thing, kind of find its story over the coming 6 months. I think that the real. I mean, the Starlink is definitely something that everybody's leaning on right now, and the building data centers in space it sounds like a terrific story. But the compute side of this is really where I think this is, and I've been saying it for the last month and a half on the show. The Cursor acquisition and partnership there is where they're training their Colossus models, and I think that's going to be something that over the next 6 months that becomes a really terrific story here.
At the very least, this one goes in the too hard pile. Like, I don't understand what the opportunity is even here after the share price has gotten cut in half basically since the IPO high. If you just consider the fact that in the last earnings, they confirmed they raised $86 billion, I believe it was, through the IPO, largest IPO raise anybody's ever seen on God's green earth, and they've already spent like a fifth of it in 1 quarter. So they're going to need to raise capital again. You got a float going from 5% to 12%. So if you didn't like it with only 5% of the shares available to trade, you're going to love it at 12% available.
Well, I mean, that's a little bit different, though, in not sort of understanding what the opportunity is.
Yeah,
you could look at this and say there's a tremendous opportunity. It may be hard to quantify today.
Earnings, there's a tremendous opportunity there. Like, what am I missing mathematically that is suddenly going to change? Yes, okay.
If you look at
we're promised one new launch a year.
What about
starting next year?
Don't you understand? Data centers on the moon manned by humanoid robots. Why is it so difficult?
Like I said, too hard.
What's your take? That's it?
I'm like the rational person before the IPO who would come on the desk and put cold water in people's face.
Oh, you didn't get more hate than I did.
I felt bad at the time, but I was like, look, I'm as excited as you are.
See, I
want all these innovations. I don't know that I want to buy a $2 trillion market cap on $5 billion in revenue and wait for that $5 billion to get to $100 billion and still have an overvalued
stock. That's all
stock.
fair. It may be the greatest leap of faith.
I'd love to buy it under 100.
Capital markets.
I think I'm going to get a crack at it under 100.
I would add under 100. It's down 50% from the opening, from the IPO high.
People on the network, though, saying on IPO day, 225, so what? Buy it, put it away. All right, now 109, I'll buy it and put it away. All right, so then what's the difference? If, like, we're totally insensitive to price, totally insensitive to valuation, and this is about, like, the emotional need to belong to the story, then who cares what the price is?
I'll make a good point.
The 225 argument, this company was, the IPO was engineered to perfection. Right? This was the best we've ever seen. The immediate inclusion into the indexes, the 5% float was all you could get. The insiders being locked up and not allowed to even think about selling anything. This is the first crack anybody's going to get at it.
It's up today after it unlocked. I mean, I think that's a pretty interesting story. I'd like to see some of the how the objectivity
It's up 85 cents. Give it a few minutes.
Come on.
But I think
if that's as good as it can possibly get, now we've doubled the amount of shares available.
You're telling me you didn't imagine it being down 5 to 10% with all the shares unlocked? I think that was a story that people were really worried about.
The market knew it was coming and cut in half going into that.
Exactly. That's my point. So 115 was a level that I liked on the way down. I mean, even when it was trading near 200. So I mean, I would add a little more below 100. But here's the point.
What would you tell somebody who managed to get 100 shares, 200, 300 shares from their wealth manager at Morgan Stanley? So their print is 135. They didn't sell it. They didn't do anything. They watched it run up. They watched it come back down. Would you tell them right here, 108.99, this is the place to average down?
I don't know their situation, and I hope they talk through that with their wealth manager to have a long-term
wealth manager knows nothing.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't own it.
I'm going to pull a McEnroe. Answer the question.
I don't own it in portfolios.
I'll save the ending.
I don't own it in portfolios. I own it for myself for now.
Okay.
Oh, we got to go.
I like it under 100, depending on why it's under 100. That's my answer.
Okay. All right.
I like it on the with the side of fries. Like, give it to me for free, I'll take it.